Welcome back to the AB Scout Project. I'm Krieger, and this is Alpha Bravo. And this week we got Flatline. Now he was introduced in the movie comics, and then later introduced in the 2005 comics as the Decepticon medic who didn't care who he worked on, even though in the movie continuity he butchered a bunch of protoforms trying to make a perfect Decepticon. But anyway, here we have the Age of Primes Flatline. Looks pretty neat. This is a redeco new head mold for the Red Alert, which I'm really not attached to Red Alert, so I waited until Flatline went on sale to buy it. Now, the model for Flatline in the IDW comics was actually a virtual retool of the Thrilling 30 Trail Cutter here, which it's close. I would like it if this mold got a little bit more love. I mean, if they came back to this, spiffed it up, made these shoulder tabs a bit better, give them some modern articulation, and I think that'd be a pretty cool figure. But this is one we have, and this is kind of the configuration I put him in to make him look the most like IDW, except for this. Because he is based off Red Alert, he comes with, a tuning fork, what looks like a tip of Soundwave's gun, and a tri-barrel blaster. He also has another gun that can flip out, like the Red Alert gun can, or you can take this off its mount and use it as a typical gun, of which you can stick any of these implements into the end. So you can have four different kinds actually, of blasters. Or you can pop his hand off and then stick one of these in. And then for storage, go ahead and pop this back on. For storage, you can stick these back on. Actually, I'm going to put this one on just because it's a lot easier to store this one back here. And you can take his fist and put it on that 5mm peg on the back there and have everything stored and have his shocking fork there. So yeah, articulation wise, head's on a ball joint, can look up with an extra joint in there. Really stiff ball joint. They're still there. Arms do what arms do, and just by virtue of this being a 5mm peg, it rotates. This one does rotate, does not come out, but it does rotate, so that's good. Limited waist rotation because you got to kind of pop his back off to get a full turn, but you can still tab it in and get a little bit, not much. All right, legs do that, legs do that. Again, you got to pop that out to get anything going back. Yeah, put that back there. Thigh rotation has a knee. Nope, that's not the knee. Get the knee to pop right there. There's the knee. He also has a secondary transformation joint there. These guys do rotate on the side here, so if you want to just play around with the look right there, see what looks good on them. Ankle tilt. Almost extreme. These heel spurs do not want to stay out for some reason. And plus they're really difficult to pop out. And if you try to pop them out back here, well, of course it worked that time. Most of the time I wind up popping them out of their hinges when I do it that way. But anyway, that's really all I have to say about that. So let's look at the vehicle mode. And here we have Flatline in his truck mode. It looks really good. Push that back down. Rolls really well. I mean, just rolls great. I mean, it doesn't look like he'd had much clearance, but there's no denying that. All right, well, spin him around here. Take a look. See what it looks like. Got the little heartbeat on the side there. It's pretty neat. I like the extra paint apps on here. It looks really cool. And kind of, will it pass the Decepticon ambulance? Probably not. It's not really a hearse either, which way it was supposed to be originally, but anyway, it's still cool. And again, you can leave these attached right here where I have them the whole time you transform them. And again, this thing will pop out in vehicle mode as well to become a gun. And you can stick whichever end you want in there. So yeah, does all the Armada homages. And yeah, looks good. And then if you wanted the Red Alert version, he gives enough homages to the original Red Alert that it's pretty cool. And not huge. So, for comparison, we'll bring in the Trail Cutter again. This actually rolls better than the original Trail Cutter does. So. But you also see it's also a lot bigger than the original Trail Cutter. And some hubcaps in there to make it add more interest. So, in the end, I think Flatline won. But I still wouldn't mind a revamp of this one, as it were. But otherwise, that's about all it does. It's pretty cool. Like I said, rolls just absolutely great. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. So let's do our final discussion. So, is this our new IDW G1 Flatline? Yes, because it's the only one. I mean, they did do a good job with the head sculpt. I would like to be the Trailbreaker mold like the virtual Redeco, but we take what we can get. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining us today on the AB Scout Project. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.